All right, welcome to another video in the tutorial series for SAMstream and how to search for opportunities within SAMstream, finding these different government solicitations that we want to bid on. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in a key term. I'm going to say I'm looking for landscaping. I'm going to put in landscaping and I'm going to hit enter, or I'm going to just hit the dark blue search. Now, this is going to bring up quite a few different results. So we've got 343 different opportunities that are available. Now, some of these you can see by the response deadline. This deadline has passed. So there's a couple things that we can do to help filter these down. We can always drop the filters here. Now, if you want to look for a set-aside, like you're a woman-owned small business, or you're a veteran-owned service-disabled small business, or any of these different things that pop up, you can click on any of these and filter these down. So now we're only going to see veteran-owned small business contracts that are available. We can do the same thing with women-owned, so on and so forth. Now, we can go through. If you want to look by NAICS codes, you can also look by NAICS codes and filter those out. Pop city means place of performance. So if there's a certain city that you want to see these projects in, while you're doing this search, you can also set those. Same with pop state. If you only want to see things in California, you can set those also. Same with cities for that also. So any of those are completely able to be done. You can also go by country. If you only want to see things in the United States, you can set those. Also, you can set as many filters as you want. So let's say I only want to see things in the United States. I'm going to hit United States. I'm going to hit done. And it's going to narrow this down a little bit. We've got 171 different projects. But as you can see by some of these have passed. It is the 16th of February for me already in 2026. So these have passed. How do we change that so we're only seeing things that are available now? This is where we can go to response deadline, which means this is when a response to the solicitation is due. And I always go and I just select the day that it is. It'll be highlighted for you, or it'll be dark blue or dark red. You'll hit that and you'll hit done. And I always leave the back date open. I don't put anything in there unless I'm looking for a specific project. I leave this open. That way it means it's what I'm telling it is anything from here into the future is what I'm looking for. And now we come down to 40 different opportunities. So we narrowed it down, but these are all things that I'm able to bid on right now. You can see these are due in the future. So we can go through and we've got 40 different projects in landscaping that are available. Now, no matter what business you're in, no matter what product you're selling, you can put these key terms in here and do the search. You can also, if you want to filter down even further, you can go into the advanced. And this is where you can look by department or agency. If you only want to see Department of Defense things, if you only want to see things for the Air Force, so on and so forth, different offices, AAC codes, so on and so forth, you can change all of those parameters. Most of the time, I just stay with simple. Now, also remember, you guys, if you're looking for opportunities, the more filters that you put on, the less projects are going to come up. So sometimes you might think you want to do service disabled veteran because you do want to see what's out there, but also it's always good to see everything that's out there because there might be something that is not in with that set aside that's out there that's right next door to your house, and it would be a good thing to bid on, even if it's not set aside only for veterans or women or so on and so forth. So any of those filters can be set in any of those pieces. It's very versatile, and the more that you set, the better. The more that you set, the less things that are going to come up. But also, you can set all of those things in there to be able to do that. And then once again, where we change the response deadline is where we can get rid of those things that have already passed so that we're not seeing old contracts. Same with, you can do posted date, but I like to work personally with response deadline because I'd like to know when these are due. Now also, if I am looking for active things to bid on, I might want to change this to a few days out. so that I have time to actually get my bid packet together if I'm going to do this. Now, on some contracts, I know my pricing on a lot of stuff like cleaning per square foot or fencing. So sometimes you might want to just put it out at a short term as today so that you can see everything that's going on. So once again, that is the 5-minute short tutorial on exactly how to do an opportunity search and how to do those. Now, also, as we add more, right here, you can change from federal opportunities to state opportunities. We are adding more states as we go, but if I select Oregon and I say landscaping, it's going to show me things in Oregon for the state of Oregon. There are landscaping opportunities federally for the state of Oregon, or in the state of Oregon, but this is going to search the state databases rather than the federal databases, if that makes sense. So you can go through, change those, and add those if you need to. Once again, go through, and this is the brush over for search. Thank you, guys.